Michael Montero here with undefeated prospect Jason Quigley of Ireland. Jason, we want to take a few minutes and introduce you to the American boxing fans. First, you got to help me with this hometown, man. How do you pronounce the hometown?
It's Donegal, Ireland.
Donegal. Am I close? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Spot on. Very good. Yeah.
All right. So I'm imagining that's a small town, correct?
It's where I come from. It's Ballybuffet. It's in Donegal. Donegal's the county, but Donegal's quite a very big county. It's probably, I think it's the second biggest in Ireland, but it's very green and a lot of fields and hills and everything like that, you know. So it's a really beautiful place, Donegal, and I'm really a proud man to come from there.
And how long have you been in Los Angeles?
I've been here now maybe coming up to 7 or 8 months. Been living here now 7 or 8 months. I've been home maybe twice in between that. So getting settled into the nice weather and everything over here, and hopefully not go too red. I might get a bit of a colour instead.
I was going to ask you about that, the transitions. It hasn't even been a year from you. What has it been like transitioning from Ireland to LA, one of the biggest markets in the world? I mean, what are some of the major differences you've seen?
To be honest, it's every day I waking up, every day I look out my bedroom window, it's like, am I really here? You know, it's just something that back at home in Ireland that we're not used to. The great weather, you know, I'm living in Marina del Rey, it's right beside the beach, it's right beside Venice, which is a beautiful place but can be pretty crazy at times as well. So, you know, it's the transition's been... It's been good, you know, because the weather's great, everything like that, but the people and everything over here are really nice, and I'm really getting to know a lot of the people in the boxing scene over here as well, because, you know, back in Ireland I knew everybody in the amateur boxing scene and all over the world, and now coming over here was new, but I'm settling in really nice over here, getting to meet a lot of great people, and I have to say I absolutely love it over here.
Was the LA move, was LA a place you always targeted, or was that part of the Golden Boy Promotions deal?
To be honest, I think it's the capital of professional boxing out here. Yeah. You know, because every gym you go into, there's top class, if not world champions in nearly every well-known boxing gyms you go into. So it definitely is the capital of professional boxing, and if I really want to give it my absolute all and achieve the goals that I've set for myself, this is the place for me to be. And my management team, Sheer Sports, are based here as well, and Golden Boy are based here, you know, so that's brilliant for me, because I'm coming from a cold country, a small island in Europe, to one of the most populated places and most exciting places on the world, and you know, it takes me to have my management team, my Golden Boy Promotions around me, and good friends and people around me to help me settle in nicely here.
I was going to ask about staying focused. You know, you mentioned coming from the small island here to there's so many distractions, there's so much to do, there's a lot of trouble to get into. How do you stay focused on the mission at hand? Because boxing is such a disciplined sport.
Well, at the very start, it was really... you know, turning professional, meeting Oscar De La Hoya, signing a Golden Boy Promotions contract, signing my management contract, everything just moving here was massive for me. So everything was a bit of a blur at the start. My first fight was in the MGM Grand Las Vegas, so I was on cloud 9 from the start, you know. But then when things kind of started settling down, it was still a wee bit strange, because it felt as if I was on a holiday, because of the good weather and everything like this. Every day I was waking up, I was like, shit, I gotta go training. You know, you're just ready to go to the pool or the gym or
walk to the beach.
Yeah, something like that. So it was very weird, and but I'm getting a lot more used to it now. And I think that was the hardest part, you know, just waking up every day and realizing where you are, because it's so beautiful, and it's... For Irish people, we always go to where the sun is, because we don't get much, so it's always like a holiday for us.
Right.
And that was probably one of the biggest transitions for me, is waking up in this beautiful weather and everything, and being like, right, I gotta go training. And really having to focus a lot. Honestly, you had to focus a lot and really get your head in the game, because it was like a wee drift away, because people of Ireland, like, we're not really used to this kind of place or this kind of weather.
Right.
So that was probably one of the toughest things, to waking up in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. And you're 3-0 as a pro so far. You've been campaigning around super middleweight, correct? Are you gonna try to fight at middleweight like you did in the amateurs?
Well, I fight at like 162, 163,
Right.
you know, but it's no problem for me to get down to 160, you know, but it's probably, hopefully, in the near future, a title shot at 160, and I'll be able to make 160. But right now we're fighting at 162, 163. We're just keeping it nice, you know. There's no real rules to say that you have to be 160 right now. So I'm happy enough with that. I'm making my weight easy and comfortable at it. I'm feeling strong at it, and who knows, in the future I'm still 23. I've always kind of been a late developer as a kid growing up as well. So maybe I might fill out a wee bit more. Maybe I still have a wee bit more maturing to do. I'm not too sure. If I do, I'd definitely move up to super middle in the near future as well.
Okay, but for right now, middleweight, that's where you're going to campaign.
Yeah, right now I'm going to be campaigning as a middleweight, and of course, if everything goes well in my career and things go well, I'd love to move up to super middle as well. But as I says, it's one fight at a time right now, and just every step's another step closer to where I want to get to, and that's the way I look at it, just one fight at a time.
Speaking of one fight at a time, you have a fight coming up on March 6th, part of Golden Boy Promotions' new LA Fight Club series. You're going to be on that first card. Talk a little bit about that. I know it must be exciting for you. Are you going to be part of the Fox Sports 1 televised portion of the card?
Yeah, I'm going to be definitely on the TV on Fox Sports 1 and Fox Sports Deportes. So it's going to be amazing for me, really is. It's going to be exciting. You know, I'm really lucky I'm living here in LA, so I'm really lucky to be fighting here in downtown LA, because this is my second home now, and I want the boxing fans of LA, I want the public of LA to know who I am, and I want to get out there and let them know my journey, my career, what I'm here to do. You know, I come from Ireland, a small town, and I'm over here in LA trying to make dreams happen, and I really want to let the people of LA know, outside of boxing and inside of boxing, and I have no better way of doing it than fighting in the Belasco Theater on March 6th.
And what can fans expect from you in that fight and going forward? I mean, how would you describe your style to the fans, and do you have any predictions or promises for this fight coming up?
Well, the only thing I can promise and predict is that you're going to be in for one hell of a night, because when I get into that ring, the guy in front of me is the guy that's ready to take away my dreams. You know what I mean? I'm in there, he's the only man standing in front of me at the minute, and any man that does that is going to be in for one tough night. So that's all I can guarantee you. I've trained my ass off, I've worked my ass off, I'm in great shape, and I couldn't be more ready for this fight, and really, really looking forward to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, check it out. March 6th, Fox Sports 1, Golden Boy Promotions, Jason Quigley of Ireland, of Donegal, Ireland. Tries to go 4-0. Thanks a lot for taking the time, Jason.